It's time to lock in. We're talking SEC, college football, and more. This is AP as we see it.
I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I said I'm all about that action.
Hi, I'm AP Stedham from LA. This is AP As We See It, a weekly syndicated show discussing the Southeastern Conference, college football, and keeping an eye on other sports. Welcome to this edition. We'd like to make mention of our social media platforms at AP As We See It on the YouTube channel, and also my personal YouTube channel at AP Stedham that has all the interviews, our show on those two YouTube channels. And plus we have the social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, and on the X account, and we archive every episode of AP As We See It on Spotify, so you can find us each week on the YouTube channel at AP As We See It, and on Spotify it's archived. And then plus, as I said, all the interviews at the events that we attend throughout the year will be on those YouTube channels as well. This week we had a chance to visit the NCAA women's beach volleyball right here at Gulf Shores, Alabama. So we saw an historic moment because TCU was named the champion, and the prior champions had been the University of Southern California Trojans or the UCLA Bruins. So Loyola Marymount University had a tremendous Saturday. They upset both of those two California teams to be the king of Los Angeles, but they were defeated by the TCU Horned Frogs in the championship matches on Sunday. But that was a great event. We really appreciate the NCAA Women's Beach Volleyball for hosting us, and we had a great time covering that event. Those athletes are very nimble, and they put forth tremendous effort. You're in the sand and you're landing on your jumps, and you have to get ready to leap in the air and spike the ball again, or dive on the sand and then pop up and then be ready to explode and spike the ball. So they're fabulous athletes. If you never had a chance to witness that sport, the women's beach volleyball. We also want to thank our sponsors, Greer's Markets. We know Lucy has those fabulous recipes, and she has the book that it's on sale online and at the stores. There's 29 locations in Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi. And we also know that they have the groceries to go when you're watching all those events and you don't have the time. You're preparing for your family or your guests to arrive, so you can go to groceries to go and have that delivered to your home, the different venues, or anywhere you see fit. So groceries to go, it's a great service that they provide. Family, friends in football, family, friends in basketball, family, friends in baseball, family, friends in softball. Greer's Markets, they have all the items that you need to enjoy the moments, those sporting moments. Also check the weekly specials online. Those are available. They have the coloring contest monthly for the children. And then for all the special occasions, the holidays, the birthdays, the anniversaries, they have the fresh produce and the dinner essentials, the delicious food and snacks at unbeatable prices. And remember, Greer's got it. They guarantee it. And we also would like to thank our one of our other sponsors, the Cortland Grand Hotel in Atlanta, Georgia, downtown in the heart of the city. They have the spacious rooms. They have the indoor pool with that serene setting. You feel like you're in the tropics with all that vegetation that surrounds the indoor pool. They have great restaurants, and I know on the weekends they cook the breakfast to serve at the buffet, and the buffet's available every day. And I certainly enjoy that every time I stay in Atlanta. I like to eat breakfast, and they have everything you could ever want for breakfast. Also, Ben Giacomore and his staff, they do an exceptional job of hosting you, tremendous hospitality. So if you're considering staying in Atlanta, please check out the Cortland Grand Hotel. So we'd like to thank our two sponsors, Greer's Markets and the Cortland Grand Hotel, downtown Atlanta. Now, what we'd also like to continue with is our guest in segment 3 and 4 is Michael Butler. Michael's with WTLS. He's the host, Montgomery, Tallahassee, Pike Road, and also Lindy's Football Report. Michael's very knowledgeable about the SEC. He's a friend of the show. It's one of our affiliates during the football season as well, WTLS. That's in Montgomery, Alabama. But this week we had a chance to participate and visit a special event held here in the Mobile area. It was the 32nd annual First Light Community of Mobile in conjunction with the Mobile Sports Hall of Fame. They had dinner, and a couple of the guests we visited with, and we're going to play a segment here, a clip here in a minute, of DJ Durkin, who is the Auburn defensive coordinator. He was named the defensive coordinator last January 2024, and he's a Youngstown, Ohio native. But it's about a 4-minute clip that we're going to play. But Durkin's defense was number 3 in the SEC, number 19 nationally, and he has about 7 or 8 people returning. So let's see if we can play that 4-minute clip. This would be DJ Durkin, Auburn defensive coordinator, at the dinner, the 32nd annual First Light Community of Mobile, in conjunction with the Mobile Sports Hall of Fame.
Coach, just coming out of the spring, give us a scouting report on Auburn defense. What you like? What are you looking forward to?
You know what? I was very happy with our spring. I liked how our guys, came together. I think always going to the second year of installing a scheme, all that is usually much smoother, which that is for us. So I think just the understanding of what we're trying to get done was really good with a lot of returning guys in certain spots. It just helped. They were much smoother in that, and I think we're in now the another level of learning the defense, more learning the why than just what we're doing. But this is why we do it. This is how we do it to execute it the best way.
What is it about Auburn program that attracted you to want to be part of that?
I mean, it's a lot of things, but it really is centered around just the community, the atmosphere, the culture that Coach Freeze has created. I did a lot of homework and research on the front end of what that was like, and I couldn't find someone that would say anything bad about the community of Auburn, the town, the place for your family to raise kids, wonderful place, and obviously the way Coach Freeze runs the program, it was everyone had great things to say, and I can tell you it's been exactly that. We love it here, and my family and I have 2 kids in school, and they love it there, and so it's been great from that aspect. And I just think from a football standpoint, Auburn provides everything you can want. You can win at the highest level. It's been proven. We have great support from our administration, and so they give you all the tools to get it done, and it's a place you can do that.
Coach, is it to be a defensive coordinator nowadays with offenses the way they have changed so much lately?
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. You got to adapt. I mean, the offense, they can dictate a lot of the game, right? The tempo of the game, the personnel, and how things work that way. So for us, it's finding little ways that you can dictate back to them. And I think that's always evolving and adapting. Different styles of offense and all that. For us, it's just, all right, we've got to evolve and kind of stay one step ahead. Because it's designed that way. I mean, I think the game, they want points. Fans want to see points and everything else. And so, from a defensive standpoint, we're trying to figure out ways to not allow that to happen and slow that down.
What's been your experience of coaching at Jordan-Hare Stadium, and now you're going to be on the other side? But what's been your experience in that stadium? Yeah,
well, now having a year under my belt, I've been on both sides of that, and it's rowdy. Coming into last year, I had been in a few games on the other sideline, and just. That was part of me knowing what that was like. I mean, it's a rowdy place, and it's not easy to come in there and win when you're on that other sideline. So I certainly love it more now, being on that home sideline and knowing that the fans are behind you.
Coach, what's a self-scouting report on the defense led by you?
A self-scouting? The number one thing for me is I would hope when you watch our defense, you see a bunch of guys that play with relentless effort, that play with a sense of physicality and violence, and play together. And that's really, and those 3 things we hang our hat on. And that's kind of a culture-driven thing that's built up, and a standard that's got to be player-driven. And when I mentioned earlier about being a second year in a program, a lot of those things are easier to implement, and for those guys to understand what it is you're looking for when you're in that second year of it.
Wheatland was signed, right? Is he signed? Can you talk about it?
Pardon me, Wheatland, yes, sir, yes.
Just what did you like about it, bringing him in?
Yeah, just his experience. Like we graduated 3 seniors at linebacker that played a bunch last year, and 4 total. So in that room, we have some talent, some young talent. To me, it was finding an experienced guy. He's a 2-year starter, and really almost a 3-year starter from where he was at playing in the Big Ten. And so just that element of that guy's played a lot of football. And I think there's a calming influence when you have a veteran guy in that room, especially at middle linebacker. It's kind of the quarterback of the defense. And so just having someone that's been in the fire before, can communicate, help other guys get lined up, it provides a sense of calm to the rest of the defense when you have a guy that can do that. And so I think that's where he'll really help us.
defense was pretty strong last year, but what do you want to do better going forward?
Yeah, we need to grow now. Take the next step of just consistency. I think for us there was definitely a lot of bright spots. There were some times we needed to play better. We were very young in the back end. Those guys are now a year older. I think that'll really help us. We got to improve on third down, getting off the field. But again, it's just when I think now, like, they understand what we're trying to accomplish and get done, and I think that just gives us a leg up for, as we bring new guys in the program, whether it's freshmen or portal guys, whatever. There's a sense in that room. Those guys know what the expectation is, and when the players are imparting that on their teammates, it goes much smoother than just coaches driving it.
And we're back after that 4-minute clip of DJ Durkin, the Auburn defensive coordinator. And from what I gather, he's very happy because the 7-8 people are returning to the defense. When you're looking at teams and evaluating, you want to check that defensive side to give themselves a chance to win. So a second-year defensive coordinator, he has more confidence. The team understands his system and be able to apply those principles and philosophy to all the returning players. And they, in turn, can coach up the younger players that are being brought on this season, the transfers, the freshmen. So Auburn's defense should be pretty good. So we're going to come back for our second segment, and we're going to continue and play a clip of Kane Womack, the Alabama defensive coordinator. So we'll be right back after these messages with AP as we see it. Hi, I'm AP Stedham for Greer's Markets. If you're planning a big party or for every day, shop at Greer's for delicious food, beverages, and snacks. Save time and money by checking on Greers.com and use Groceries to Go to get your Greer's groceries delivered. Look at the weekly ad for more information. 29 locations in Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi, serving the region since 1916. Remember, Greer's got it. They guarantee it.